At his funeral, everyone cried, but a few hours later, they found out something. Life in our time had become very difficult for the poor. They suffer from poverty, which may push them to take the wrong path, but it's that the easiest way to get money, such as drug dealing, robbery, murdery, etc. There are some people who do illegal things just to get money. There is one of those poor people who was forced by life circumstances to become a criminal person, whose name was Carlos. Carlos is a man married to a woman named Maria. He has 5 children. He works as a taxi driver. His wife Maria was a maid in a hotel. Their life though not luxurious, but rather happy. Carlos in these days noticed that his family's expense had increased and that they need a lot of money for schools, universities, food, and all of that. He doesn't have enough money for anything. He doesn't know what to do. He that night was very suffocated and took a taxi and walked. Something in that night happened that turned everything upside down, and a man got into his car. He was extremely touching during the ride. Carlos doesn't always talk much to the riders, but this time there was a long talk. The man talked to him a lot. He said to him, "You're obviously a very good man. Do you have any children? Tell me a little about yourself." Carlos was very surprised by the man, but he was suffocated and spoke to him, saying, "I'm married and I have 5 children. In these days, my financial conditions are not stable at all. I don't know what to do in this cruel world." The man said to him, "You will be my right hand man, who helps me in my work. I have a very good job for you. The job will allow you to have a lot of money." Carlos replied, "Thank you very much for giving me a job. But what exactly is the job?" The man said, "My name is Mark. I work in the drug trade. I help people like you who need money. The job is that you will help me and I take in new goods for me and giving it to people, and they will give you money, and you will bring it to me, and I will give you a lot of it. What do you think?" Carlos was silent. Mark played professionally with Carlos' feelings, and he talked to him and knew his weakness and focused on it, saying to him, "If you agree to work with me, your life will completely transform. You will have an account in bank, you will be able to fulfill all of the desires of your children, you will be able to pay all of your debts. You will be a very rich man. Think well." When Carlos found out how much he could earn, his eyes lit up with joy. Carlos is very hesitant and said to him, "I don't know what to do. But the only thing I know is that I'm a dire straits and have no money. I need some money. And those days I agreed to work with you. But I will work with you for a month just to be able to buy my children what they want." Mark said to him, "Well done. I will give you my home address. Come to me in the morning so I can show you the new business." Early in the morning, Carlos woke up, and his wife wondered that he had woken up so early and said to him, "You cannot sleep a little? Why are you going now?" "It's too early," he said to her. "I want to take a day from the beginning so that many people can ride in the day." Of course he lied. He went to him and Mark. He said to him, "Welcome. I knew you would come. The important thing now is that I will teach you exactly what you are going to do. First, you must focus carefully on what you are going to do because it's dangerous. Second, you must listen carefully to whatever I say to you. Third, and finally, I will give you a lot of money after you have done all of the tasks that I will ask of you. Carlos said to him, "Okay, let's do it. I'm so excited, and I trust you so much." Mark explained everything to Carlos. He also gave him the goods that he would take to the people. Carlos was very scared at first, but Mark made it clear to him he would be safe and if he listened to his instructions. Carlos took the goods and bought them in a suitcase. He went to the address Mark gave him. He got there and took the bag with the goods and gave it to someone, and the person gave him another bag full of money. He returned it to Mark carrying the bag with the money. Carlos said to Mark, "Here I come. I have the bag and it has a lot of money." Mark took the briefcase, opened it, gave it to Carlos a lot of money. Opened it, gave Carlos a lot of money. Carlos is very happy that he has the money and will buy everything for his children and will pay off his debts. The next day, on Christmas Day, Carlos decided to bring gifts for his five children. He bought them too many clothes and gifts. His wife marveled at this, telling him, "Where did you get money to buy all of this? And we cannot afford that." His face turned red, and he told her, "I had a very good month, and the clients were very generous with me, and they gave me a lot of money." The next day, Carlos went to Mark, and Mark asked him to implement a second plan, and indeed he did. He returned to Mark to ask him for money, but the big surprise happened. The quarrel that will lead to the dilemma occurred. Mark said to him sarcastically, "I first give you money just to lure you into doing two plans. I filmed you doing that crime. I have a video of you delivering drugs to that person. If you don't listen to my instructions, I will go to the police and give them the video. You will be in prison immediately." "You idiot." Carlos is very shocked by what happened. He gets very angry and he quarrels with Mark and takes the knife in the kitchen and kills Mark. Curtis doesn't know what to do in that crime. He thought a lot and found a solution. He will pretend that he died in an accident so that he can escape from prison for killing Mark. There was an accident on the road and the police came immediately. And Carlos was taken, and Carlos agreed with the doctor that he would tell them that he was dead. The police came to the door of the family apartment, informing them that Carlos had left the world for Maria, their children, and their grandchildren. It was like a bolt from the blue. They held a funeral for him, and everyone was crying, and it was very sensitive and difficult. But after they buried him and left, he moved out from the coffin and fled. Immediately, some strange things had began to happen with the Carlos family. They asked him about if he was a businessman. One day Maria laughed at them and threw her tears, saying to them, "If my husband worked in the business, we should have been rich. But how is that when we are here, 8 people living in a small apartment with only 2 rooms, suddenly someone knocked on the door of the family. When they opened it, there was no one there, but there was a large bag. There was lots of money inside. There was also a letter. I'm sorry for everything. I hope this helps a little. I love you very much. I'm Carlos." When Maria saw that, she would cry, but she was also angry. She was afraid what her husband had gotten himself into. They know that this information caused them a lot of trouble. They were shocked a lot when they went to his grave and found the coffin empty. In fact, Carlos committed suicide after he sent the letter, and his real body was found in front of the house. It's a horrible sight and a very horrible thing. It's a tragic ending.